Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on FNAF. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach update, new DLC, and bug fixes, and more. Steel Studios has actually been putting out a lot of updates, and there's some things that not everyone has seen, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Once again, if you haven't yet, make sure to go grab yourself a FNAF plush. They're only on sale for a limited time, link in description. And yeah, let's just jump right into the video. Here we go. So as we all know, FNAF Security Breach came out, and it definitely had its fair share of bugs. Most people are having fun with the game and don't have many complaints, but there is a lot of people who are experiencing severe bugs. Most of those bugs come from either PS4s or PCs that can't run as many high quality games. And yes, there is a major optimization issue with this game. Even PCs that are literally supercomputers are lagging this game. So Steelwool does know that, and they are working on updates for that. And I'm going to read a post that they put out there on their website that I'm not sure everyone has seen yet. And it's talking about all of the future updates and the bug fixes and all that stuff. So let's go. Hi all. First, a huge thanks to everyone who has picked up the game. Once again, the FNAF community has overwhelmed us with their support and kindness. Releasing a game for y'all is a humbling experience to say the least. Contrary to what some may have you believe, every dev team at every studio is constantly hitting refresh on their social media of choice during the launch of their game to see the community's reaction. Steelwool is no exception. While we see many are overjoyed and having a great time, others are not having such a great time, and as such, we need to talk about it. So, there are some bugs. Yes, we see the posts. Some are surprising, others less so. Some bugs you found might bring a few of our devs to the brink of madness because we're positive we fixed them, yet there they are. If you allow some humor for a moment, early on in development, MapBot caused more bugs than any other character in the game. We'd fix them, he'd break them, repeat, and despite my constant request to throw him into a volcano, the team wouldn't let me. We're working on a patch right now that we expect to release today or tomorrow. It will address a couple of mission clarity bugs, user interaction bugs, and a crash that users are seeing during the Monty boss battle on consoles. Looking past our current patch, we need to also talk about performance. There are 4 different things worth going into a little detail on. We've tracked a few frame rate issues down to the visual settings requiring the game to restart. We're going to be adding a check for that in a future update. In the meantime, restarting your game after applying visual changes should help some folks. Larger frame dips in specific areas are caused by our system for hiding load times. For the most part, those areas have very limited gameplay, which is by design. We have a long-term fix in the works, but it's a risky change and requires extensive testing in order to get it right. In order to ship the PS4 in time, we had to lower texture resolution in a more significant way than we wanted. We have a fix already that's about to go into test after our patches are approved. Since it's a change that touches the entire game, it also requires extensive testing. Once the items above have been addressed, we are then going to tackle the overall disk size on PC. We are in it for the long haul when it comes to Security Breach. This game has a bright future ahead of it. For us at the studio, we are a little sad because we wanted to get cracking on the future content for the game, but we know there are more important things to tackle first. We'll keep you all updated as things change or we have more information to share. On behalf of the team here, again, thank you all for coming on this journey with us. Ray McCaffrey, executive producer at Steelwool Studios. So it looks like we are going to get DLC in the future for Security Breach. Who knows when, but first they are going to fix the important things, and that is all of the game-breaking bugs in Security Breach. Even I, who have a pretty good computer, was experiencing some pretty major bugs, and they were very frustrating at some points. Even though I had a lot of fun with the game, they were still very much present, so I'm glad they are dealing with this stuff first. And as expected, the update for the game eventually came out, and it was on Steam, and it says update notes for December 18th, minor optimizations, mission trigger fixes, and additional clarity changes for the West Arcade. So it looks like they fixed some of those minor bugs, and I think my game did run a lot better after I downloaded this update. So if you haven't downloaded the update, make sure to go do that. And also, there were some tweets that Ray McCaffrey put out. He doesn't really have a lot of followers on Twitter. Go follow him. I'll put the link to his Twitter in the description below. He is the executive producer at Steelwool Studios. He is the one who wrote that letter to us. He responded to a tweet that said this: "Found out Vanny isn't supposed to be as rare as she is in the game. She's bugged. Debug mode reveals a Vanny meter that goes up as you stick around in one area. She's supposed to appear when it fills. The meter is bugged though, and she never spawns outside of scripted events." Ray McCaffrey, executive producer at Steelwool Studios, responded and said, "This is not true. The meter was left in the debug menu but was a part of a larger feature that was cut in the summer." Someone responded and said, "You planning on adding something like that again in the future? Would be awesome for Vanny to appear more." He responded, "We've got content planned plans and we may revisit this. First things first, address things that shook out from launch, then give the team a much needed break. So it looks like they already have future content plans already for Security Breach, but they are still working on those bugs that really severely need to be fixed in the game. Steelwool Studios doesn't have many people working for them. They have like a dozen, maybe a little bit more than a dozen working there, and they have been working to the bone for about 2 years now. So they deserve a nice little Christmas break. I think the game is great. I had a lot of fun with it. It is not perfect to say the least. Maybe I'll post a full review if you really want me to, but I'm really happy that they are communicating with the fans. They are communicating with them fast and right after the game launched, and it was just nice to hear from them. Also, I wanted to throw this into the video that FNAF AR is getting an update this week. A new animatronic is apparently coming to the winter event in FNAF AR. I know it's hard to think about anything else other than Security Breach, but if you're interested in that, make sure to go check that out. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like it and subscribe with the post notification bell on so you know the next time I post a brand new video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.